Welcome to Coach's Corner, Cav fans. Thanks for joining me on this Monday afternoon with Mike. And today's show, I guess we'll review the Kenton game briefly, talk about the Bellefontaine game coming up that we're traveling to Bellefontaine, and then talk about the last week, the JV and the freshman games, and then a little senior spotlight, and then a support staff spotlight. So I'll hit lots and lots of people throughout the year. So let's back up last week to Kenton. And so the score ended up being 37-2, I believe. And it was a really pretty sloppy game, especially in the first quarter, where both teams, I think, had a safety and just wasn't real well played initially. We kind of got things under control in the second quarter and played better and made some plays offensively, and the defense just played really, really outstanding the whole game. We had, I think, 8 sacks on the night, and just played really well, made them work, stopped them on some third and shorts and a fourth and short early in the game when I think we were maybe down 2-0, and they were on about our 40-yard line. So a big stop right there. So good win for us. Nobody got hurt in the game, so we come this week healthy, but it's always good to get a first game win. The JVs followed it up the next morning with I think a 63-12 win, and so our JVs have a good core group of skill guys with Braxton Howe as the quarterback, along with Balin Blockberger. But Braxton had a really good day, and lots of good skill guys in the junior sophomore class, so that's going to look good for down the road for us. So a good weekend there, and then our freshmen followed it up yesterday. They went up to Van Wert and won 30-0. So good for those guys. Seventh graders, they did not win any games, and then last year they won 2, maybe 3, and so now they're 1-0. So good for our freshmen to get off to a good start. Looking ahead, this week we play Bellefontaine. We have a 2-year contract with them, so this year obviously away, and then next year we'll be home. This is a 7:30 game, so for those of you traveling, just a reminder that it's a 7:30 game. My guess is you'll have to buy tickets online again. I'm not really sure about that. Bellefontaine comes in winning last week versus Sydney in a lopsided game. They jumped on them early, and Sydney played better in the second half, but Bellefontaine took it to them. They were a really young team last year and finished the season at 7-5, so they got a couple rounds in the playoffs. They have quite a few returning players. They do have a good core of seniors, and then they have a good sophomore running back and a really good sophomore quarterback who's been offered at some D1 schools already as a sophomore. So a big challenge for us because they are a good, solid team all the way around. You keep watching and say, where's a weak spot? Where's a weak spot? And it's kind of hard to find one. The good thing is, for us, is that they play a similar defense and a similar offense that Kenton played. And so we've been preparing for Kenton for quite a few weeks, a couple weeks here. And then after seeing their films, Bellefontaine films, we found that they're a 4-man front, just like Kenton was, and just a similar defense that we saw last week. So that helps us in our preparation. Offensively, similar to Kenton, but they have more weapons. Like I said, they have a really good running back, and their O-line is solid, and they have 3 or 4 good receivers, where Kenton really relied more on a running back and 1 or 2 receivers. So looking forward to the challenge. We start school tomorrow, or what is today? Today's Tuesday, I guess. So we start school tomorrow, Wednesday, and so the kids will be back into school mode, and we've been in practice mode. We've been starting in the afternoon for school time, so that won't be any change. But so we're going to leave about I think we're going to leave at 4:15, I believe, and no, I take that. Yeah, 4:15, and get there in about an hour, about 5, enough time that we get our normal warm up and get ready to go. So Bellefontaine away this Friday. So senior spotlight, like I said last week, I was going to go numerically, and then those 10 games will get me the 19 seniors. And then, like I said, I'll do a support staff or one of the coaches or someone like that. So number 5, numerically, number 5, Marcel Blassingame, and number 7, Curtis Dewar are the next 2 seniors numerically. Marcel has been a 3-year starter for us. Last year, he was a slot receiver and a corner, and this year he has moved to quarterback. And so he's feeling his way a little bit. He doesn't have a lot of experience, and unfortunately for him, fortunately for him, he was playing varsity these last couple of years, but unfortunately for him, I guess he didn't get much experience playing quarterback at the JV level. So last week was kind of his first real live real game experience, at the varsity level at quarterback, and gosh, rushed for 180 yards, and we had some work to do on the passing part of it, but we had a couple drops, but he's a great athlete. He's a 3-sport guy. He plays basketball and baseball also. So Marcel Blassingame, number 5, and then Curtis Dewar, number 7, is also a 3-sport guy. So he's also basketball and baseball. He had hurt his foot last year, so he didn't really get to play basketball season, but had a good spring in baseball. So he's a 3-sport guy, and he's playing corner for us, starting corner, and he's one of the rotators on offense as one of our slot guys. When we go with no back, he jumps in there, or if somebody needs a break. So Curtis is playing some both ways, but mainly on the defensive side. So those are our senior spotlight guys. Support staff. So Tiffany Richling is our trainer, and she's been with us for, I think, 9 or 10 years, something like that. So feather in her cap, because lots of times it seems like trainers move on and change places and maybe try to move up to college, things like that. Tiff's hung tough for 10 years, and she is a busy person. She jumps from, last weekend we had our game Friday night, so she gets home late. She wakes up Saturday morning and has the spike off volleyball tournament all day. We had a JV game that started at 10 o'clock, and then following right after that game, we had a soccer game at the stadium at 1 o'clock. So she was triple duty all day long, and she's been doing that for 10 years. And of course, with Tiffany, there's no breaks because she's here for fall sports, winter sports, spring sports, and helps out with Wright State, and so she does quite a bit of work. So thanks to Tiff. So like I said, we're traveling to Bellefontaine Friday night. The game is at 7:30, and looking forward to the challenge with the Chieftains.